So we stopped here yesterday, right? So we are done with spaces in the palm. Now we are going to discuss the arterial arches in the palm. Okay. So what are the various arterial arches we have in the palm? Superficial and deep arterial arches. So if you just trace it from above, like when you trace it from the, what do we have? Like brachiocephalic trunk, then we have subclavian artery, axillary artery, brachial artery at the neck of the radius. The brachial artery will divide into radial and ulnar artery, isn't it? So these radial and ulnar arteries branches are the continuation of main arteries only, will join to form two arches. One is the superficial palmar arch and the other is deep palmar arch. Okay. So from these two arches, you will see the blood supply of the palm and digits is coming. Okay. Now, so this now what is the name of the topic? Superficial and deep palmar arches. So how are they formed? See, this is radial artery and this is ulnar artery. So terminal part of ulnar artery and radial artery, they are joining to form these superficial and deep palmar arches. Okay. Now, so what is this green area, beta? Flexor retinaculum.
Flexor retinaculum.
Huh. You remember medial attachments and lateral attachments? PH medially, ST laterally, SA. Pisiform and hook of the hamate. Scaphoid and trapezium, tubercle. So, if you just recollect the flexor retinaculum class, I told you few structures are going superficially, isn't it? So, one was palmaris longus. Now, see here, what are the, now we are bothered about blood vessels, now because we are concerned about the formation of arch, right? So, see here, this is the ulnar artery, okay? So, the ulnar artery, the main artery is going superficial, okay? Then, you are finding this is radial artery. The superficial palmar branch of radial artery is going on the flexor retinaculum. That means this is flexor retinaculum, artery is going like this above. Okay, that means now these two arteries are now moving into palm. See, this is ulnar artery accompanied by ulnar nerve on its medial side, enters the palm superficial to flexor retinaculum and on radial side of the pisiform bone. Radial side means lateral to the pisiform bone. So to be more, anatomy means all relations only, no, but if you can figure out this diagram, automatically you will write. Medial to the artery we have ulnar nerve and also pisiform bone, nothing but in other words, okay. Now the superficial palmar arch beneath palmaris brevis, this artery is dividing into superficial and deep branches, okay. Then superficial branch is direct continuation of ulnar artery. See, this is the ulnar artery, okay, and this is the palmaris brevis muscle, which is seen in the hypothenar group just below the skin in superficial fascia. This is the main artery which is continuing in the palm. Okay, this is the main continuation of ulnar artery. This is radial artery. Main artery is not joining, but you are finding this is the superficial branch of radial artery. You should be very clear about this. Now let's go back, you will understand. So beneath palmaris brevis, you will see the ulnar artery divides into superficial and deep branches. Superficial branch is direct continuation of ulnar artery. Here ulnar artery, the word is incomplete. So it is dividing into superficial and deep. So superficial is the main continuation. So it is lying beneath palmar aponeurosis. Which one? That means when you are doing dissection, when you remove the skin of the palm, then you will come across the triangular palmar aponeurosis. If you remove that palmar aponeurosis, then you will see superficial palmar arch. Okay. Then that means above long flexor tendons. What are the long flexor? Daily we are using these words. What are the long flexor tendons we see above?
FDS, FTP.
Flexor digitorum superficialis and flexor digitorum. Okay. So both are like above them and below this palmar aponeurosis, you are finding the superficial palmar arch. Okay. Now see. So what this triangular structure you are seeing palmar, still superficial palmar arch is not seen here, just to show like stepwise dissection. Once you remove that, then you are able to see the superficial palmar arch. Now, see, this is the main continuation of ulnar artery and the superficial branch of radial artery. Both of them are joining to form superficial palmar arch. Now, what are the various branches you see here? From this arch, one artery is going and it is supplying the medial aspect of little finger. Okay, so you call it as like palmar digital artery. Okay, then now see here you are finding three more arteries which are going towards the web spaces. Yesterday I told you these are web spaces, right? Isn't it? This is one web, this is one web, this is one web. So towards web, you have these are again you call them as common palmar digital arteries. This word will come in nerves also again. Okay, same word is used, common palmar digital artery. Okay, once in that web space it divides into two. Okay, they are called as proper palmar digital arteries. Okay, these are common and these are proper. CP word you try to remember. These are common and these are proper. So overall, if you observe this picture, so how many digits are supplied? But are like 3.5 digits. Just remember. So you have like see this is so by just looking at this you will be able to write better. Okay. Now these are the branches anyhow. So basically the basic arch if you want to discuss the superficial terminal branch of ulnar artery is completed lateral side by superficial palmar branch of radial artery. This is simple thing what we have. But apart from this, sometimes you will see instead of this from the deep arch, you have these arteries. When I discuss deep arch, you will come across these words: princeps pollicis, radialis indicis. Okay, so instead of superficial palmar branch, so our continuation of the superficial branch of ulnar artery may join one of these. It may join princeps pollicis, which is moving towards them. It may join radialis indicis, or there may be one more artery which is called as arteria nervae mediana. Okay, which is accompanying the median nerve. Okay, I hope you understood the point. Okay. Now, see, these are the four branches which I already told you. Without reading anything, you will be able to tell. One is palmar digital artery, which is moving towards little finger. These three CP word you remember, C and P. CC means common palmar digital. At cleft, they are dividing into proper palmar digital arteries. Okay, so like that, they are going and supplying 3.5 digits. Okay, so overall, we have these four palmar digital arteries. Okay, most medial branch is moving along the medial side or ulnar side of the little finger. The other three branches are moving towards the web. Okay, they are called as common palmar digital. They are dividing into two proper palmar digital arteries which are supplying the adjacent sides of the digits. For example, the second one is supplying the lateral aspect of little finger and medial aspect of ring finger. And it goes on. You can elaborate in your own words. Okay, overall, 3.5 digits are supplied by superficial palmar arch. Okay, then. Now this is the beautiful picture which has been taken from Vishram Singh. Okay, so what are we finding? See here, beta. So just now we have seen this pink in color, whatever we are seeing is superficial palmar arch. Orange or reddish in color is deep palmar arch. So we know how is the superficial palmar arch formed. See, this is the superficial branch which is the direct continuation of ulnar artery and superficial palmar branch of radial artery. Isn't it? So you are finding 3.5. You can nicely draw this picture for your convenience. Use these colors only in your exam. Okay, so this is medial aspect of little finger. Okay, 1, 2, 3. These are C, common, CP word you remember. C, common palmar digital. At web, they are dividing into proper palmar digital. These are proper palmar digital. Overall, how many? 1, 2, 3.5. 3.5 digits are supplied by superficial palmar arch. This is superficial palmar arch. So apart from that, you are also finding these branches which are going towards metacarpal bones from the common palmar digital arteries. You call them as palmar metacarpal artery. What is this? Palmar metacarpal artery. Okay, beta? So now let us read. Whatever I told you is written here. So cutaneous branches to the palm, they supply the skin and superficial fascia of the palm. We are talking about superficial palmar arch. Okay, it lies in the center of the palm, just below palmar aponeurosis. Okay, so at the level of the distal border of the fully extended thumb. That means distal border, it becomes like this. That means if you are extending thumb, this is the level at which you will see, this is the level at which you will see the superficial palmar arch. Okay, like this, at this level. Then I hope superficial palmar arch is clear. Then we will go to deep palmar arch. Very simple. So deep palmar arch, see, direct continuation was superficial palmar arch from ulnar artery. So there is one branch. So that means deep branch of ulnar artery and direct continuation of radial artery. Isn't it better? That difference you should understand. Then rest you can write from the picture. I'm repeating. See, superficial palmar arch is formed by the superficial branch of ulnar artery, which is the continuation of ulnar artery, with superficial palmar branch of radial artery. Whereas deep palmar arch is formed by deep branch of ulnar artery and of course deep branch of radial artery, but it is the continuation of radial artery, isn't it? It's the continuation of radial artery. So this one. Now let us see. This picture only you need not read any of this thing. You can write in your own words. Now see what are the various arteries which are already 3.5 digits are supplied by superficial palmar arch. So what is left over? 1.5. So this is princeps pollicis and this is radialis indicis. Princeps pollicis is towards thumb, radialis indicis is towards index finger. Sometimes I told you superficial palmar arch is completed either by, instead of joining the radial artery, superficial branch, it may join these two arteries. Sometimes. Those were exceptions, no? So this is that artery, what I discussed that previously. That is nothing but...
Ma'am, if it doesn't join with deep palmar arch, then where will superficial radial branch go?
Which one, beta? Please repeat the question.
Yeah, superficial radial artery branch. It usually where does it go?
Okay. In case if it is not participating in the formation, okay, it will just supply the digits like towards thumb it goes.
Okay.
Okay, because its course is more towards thumb, no better.
Okay.
So it goes towards
sometimes
thumb.
It may join with deep palmar arch.
Which one?
Radial artery. Superficial.
90% of the time. That's the reason those were exceptions I told him. 90% of the times, 99 also we can say. Okay, the superficial branch of the ulnar artery and the superficial palmar branch of the radial artery only will join. These are only most probable ones, rarer ones. Instead of joining with superficial palmar branch of radial artery, rare cases it may join with princeps pollicis and radialis indicis. Then what is the fate of this artery, you are asking, isn't it? If it is not joining this, then it is going towards thumb. Because its close proximity is thumb only, no beta. దానికి దగ్గర ఇదే ఉంది కదా, so ఇటువైపు వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. Okay. So that is better. So deep palmar arch is this. It is formed by the terminal end of the radial artery with the deep branch of ulnar artery. Okay. So these are the branches. Like what are those? Princeps pollicis and radialis indicis. Apart from that, these will be the metacarpal branches. This level. Okay. So see, these rare cases, dotted lines are shown, Hema. Sometimes the superficial palmar arch is joined by this radialis indicis and princeps pollicis. Now, what is this area, beta?
Snuff box.
Anatomical snuff box. Which artery do we see in the anatomical snuff box?
Radial artery. Medial nerve.
Yeah, very good. Radial artery and radial nerve, superficial branch. Very good, cephalic vein, very good. So radial artery is entering in hand, it is running between the two heads of first dorsal interossea. Okay, these are the interossea. Okay, it is going like this. Its course is not directly from palm. Though simply you are seeing here, but dotted lines are shown. That means it is coming from behind. पीछे से आ रही. सीधा सीधा palm में नहीं है उसका. It is coming from behind, piercing the muscles. That's the reason it is shown in dotted lines. So what is the course of this radial artery? It is piercing the two heads of first dorsal interossea. Then it is appearing in the palm. Is it clear, Vita? When it is piercing this, obviously thenar muscle, what is the deepest thenar muscle we know, Beta? Adductor pollicis, no? It had transverse head and oblique head. So it runs between these two heads and then it is seen in the palm. Then it is joining and continuing as deep palmar arch. See here, I am repeating. So this is radial artery, Beta. Its course is in anatomical snuff box. Then it is piercing the first dorsal interossea. Then it is piercing the two heads of the adductor pollicis. Then it is coming in the palm to join with the deep branch of the ulnar artery. Is that clearly understood, Beta? So that is. Okay, you should talk about the course of radial artery. It is not sida. It is coming from behind. Okay, because its course is in anatomical snuff box. You can see. This was the last muscle. Apart from AFO, in the thenar region, we had adductor pollicis. No? We had oblique head, we had transverse head. So, ये दोनों के बीच में से, you can see. In between these two heads, it comes piercing these. Okay, between these two heads, it comes and joins. Okay. This is ulnar artery and this is the deep branch of radial artery. Both of them are now joining. That means deep palmar arch is almost lying over bones, isn't it? It is so deep. Whereas superficial palmar arch, what was the location? Just below palmar aponeurosis. Isn't it better?
Sure.
So from the picture already we know like it is supplying 1.5 digits, isn't it? So interval, so no, the course it is running between the first dorsal interossea adductor muscle. This is a repetition. Then it is giving two branches. What are those? Princeps pollicis and radialis indicis. Arteria princeps pollicis and arteria radialis indicis. Okay. So the princeps pollicis is dividing into two. You can see from this picture. Okay, that means it is supplying the adjacent sides of both the sides of thumb. Okay, supplying the two sides of the thumb. Then radialis indicis only one side, Beta, because the other side was supplied by superficial palmar arch. 3.5 digits, no? So this is only which half, Beta? Lateral half. Lateral half of which finger? Index finger.
Index finger.
Index finger. Okay. So this. So that means 1.5 digit is supplied by
Deep palmar.
deep palmar arch. Very good. Like that. Okay. So that is. So deep palmar branch of ulnar artery passes between this so many repetitions. This is further like passes between abductor and flexor digiti minimi. Then we are now talking about the course of ulnar. Radial is over. Now these are hypothenar muscles. So what are those? Abductor and flexor digiti minimi, and then it is running laterally below the hook of the hamate to complete the arch. Okay. So the arch is lying deep to the oblique head of adductor pollicis. Okay. Lying on the long flexor tendons and umbilicals. So passes across the bases of metacarpals. These are the metacarpal bones. And in between them we will have interossea. Okay. So this is the course. So branches are, apart from princeps pollicis and radialis indicis, the other branches we have are, see these one. 1, 2, 3. So these arteries are going and supplying metacarpal bones. So these are 3 palmar metacarpal arteries. Then from these palmar metacarpal arteries, are you finding these small branches like this? So these are called as perforating arteries. Okay, so the perforating arteries are passing through second, third, and fourth interosseous spaces. See here, this is second space, this is third space, this is fourth space. No, because counting starts with thumb. No. So 1, 2, 3. Second, third, and fourth interosseous spaces to anastomose with dorsal metacarpal artery. That means it is piercing like this, and it is seen on the dorsum. Pierces from this aspect and then seen on the dorsum. Okay, and there it is anastomosing with dorsal metacarpal artery. Okay, that is. Then we have one branch is coming back. You see, we check it out. So when it is coming back, always what is the word we use? When it is
Recurrent.
recurrent. Yes, very good. Recurrent. So we have recurrent branch which is running proximally in front of these carpal bones, and then here also there is one arch is formed which is called as palmar carpal arch. This one. The word anterior carpal arch is written, no? So this is palmar carpal arch, like this you are finding. Okay, so this is all about deep palmar arch. Basically, we saw radialis indicis and princeps pollicis. Apart from that, we saw 3 metacarpal arteries. So from where you saw 3 perforating arteries, piercing the palm, appearing on the dorsum to anastomose with dorsal metacarpal arteries. Then one artery you saw running back, that is recurrent branch. It is going and joining like this transversely to form palmar carpal or the anterior carpal arch. Like this it will be. Okay? Yes. So that is better. So these nerves I will discuss exclusively. So but just if you observe, don't read anything. So this is little finger. That means which artery is this? Ulnar artery. Isn't it? And so, which nerve is this? Ulnar nerve. So, ulnar nerve is medial to ulnar artery, and radial nerve is medial to radial artery. Like this is the, sorry, beta, this is median nerve. Median nerve. Median nerve is medial to radial artery. Okay. Radial nerve is found behind, not in front. Okay, so you can see the positioning now. So this is like thenar group of muscles, hypothenar group of muscles. You have removed palmar aponeurosis, just below palmar aponeurosis. See if the abducted thumb here, if you just join, then you will see this is the superficial palmar arch. Okay, then lying above adductor pollicis and above interosseous, this is deep palmar arch. And we know the branches. 3.5 digits are supplied by superficial palmar arch. 1.5 digit is supplied by deep palmar arch. Apart from that, we have metacarpal perforating arteries and recurrent artery coming from deep palmar arch. Okay, so like that.
Ma'am, this
So,
metacarpal, this part is coming from deep one, no?
deep, deep beta. See, this is
Okay.
deep palmar arch. These are the 3 metacarpal arteries. Not only that, we have perforating arteries in which web spaces? Second, third, and fourth interosseous spaces. Then this is recurrent branch. So this is which arch beta?
Deep.
Deep palmar arch.
Okay.
Okay, like that. This is only a comparative study, nothing to worry. Already I have told you much better in fact. Okay. So laceration means what? If suppose if the person is falling on the palm. So suppose if the muscle fibers are cut. Obviously the blood vessels also may be compressed. Okay. So if they are cut, then they will cause profuse bleeding. Okay. Uncontrollable bleeding. So to control this, generally we have to compress which artery? Brachial artery. Because brachial artery only is dividing as radial and ulnar. If you compress there, obviously blood supply will be stopped. The blood supply will not enter into radial and ulnar, so that blood supply will not enter into superficial and deep palmar arches. Okay, beta? So I will take one more topic also. I hope you understood superficial and deep palmar arches.
Yes, ma'am.
Radial nerve is lengthy. Try to do axillary and medial nerve. What are you seeing on the screen, beta?
Thank you.
Okay. Now,
Nerves of upper limb, ma'am.
so we will see nerves of upper limb. So in these nerves of upper limb already, so see these are the main nerves what you are supposed to know, and two nerves I have completed. What are those? Axillary is done, musculocutaneous is done. Isn't it? We have discussed in detail about these two. These three nerves we are supposed to discuss in detail. All these three are essay questions, beta. Okay. Now axillary nerve. So from where is it formed? This is over anyhow.
Posterior cord.
Posterior cord of brachial plexus, root value C5, C6. What is the major muscle it is supplying? You will see this in
Extensor compartment.
axillary, beta. Axillary deltoid है ना?
Okay, I will.
Axillary. Upper quadrangular space along with posterior circumflex humeral it goes, isn't it? Ayo, power cut I think. Okay, we don't try to. So median nerve. So from which cord of the brachial plexus you will see? From both the cords, lateral cord and medial cord, no? If you remember, see lateral root and medial root, both of them. So from the lateral cord, lateral root comes. From the medial cord, medial root comes. So then you will see the formation of median nerve. That's the reason it has all roots like C5, C6, C7, C8 and T1. It is derived from the ventral divisions of the ventral rami of C5 to T1. Okay. So we have to know its course in the arm, in the cubital fossa, in the forearm, in the carpal tunnel, that is below flexor retinaculum, and then in the palm. All these we have discussed when we were doing other topics except for the palm. Okay, anyhow, the other parts will be a revision for you. Now, when you talk about median nerve, so this formation, see here, this is this you are finding this lateral and medial cords. Okay, so that is from the lateral root and the medial root. So that means median nerve forms from the medial and lateral cords of the brachial plexus. Then it is ascending. See what is the name of this artery? Brachial artery. Okay, this is axilla. So is it lateral to the artery or medial to the artery? In the axilla I'm talking. ऊपर की तरफ lateral है बेटा, नीचे की तरफ
Medial
medial.
side.
इटवाइबु medial बेटा. This is axilla, no? Near to your
Lateral.
body.
Okay, okay.
ऊपर की
Okay.
तरफ is lateral. This is the
Okay.
artery. Okay. This is the lateral aspect of the artery. This is the medial aspect of the artery. This picture has been taken like this beta. This axilla. Artery is this. Okay. So here you have. So suppose this is artery. The nerve is my thumb now. Okay.
Mom, we can't see your arm actually.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, we can't even see your face. It's only your eyes visible. Better. Yes.
Okay, beta. So it is actually when you just check with axilla, my two fingers are there, no? So suppose this middle finger is considered as which artery? Axillary artery. Above that you are finding median nerve. Okay. So this one. So it is descending, but its course will change if you remember from previous classes of brachial artery. So it descends along the lateral side of the third part of the axillary artery. Okay, and proximal part of the brachial artery. See here. What is the name of this muscle? Biceps. Okay, this red color artery, this is deltoid. Take the orientation. Can you see my deltoid?
Can you repeat, ma'am? Like, yeah, okay.
This is deltoid muscle, beta. Okay, this is biceps brachial.
Okay.
Okay, then. So what is the name of this artery?
Brachial.
Axillary continuous.
Ma'am, I'm not able to see the screen, ma'am.
Oh.
I can only see you, ma'am.
Is it same with everyone, Hema?
I can see, ma'am. I can see the screen.
Chhavi, maybe some network problem with you, beta.
Okay, ma'am, I'll check.
So this is brachial artery, lateral to the brachial artery, you are finding median nerve. I'm just scrolling on median nerve, check. Initially, the median nerve is lateral to the brachial artery, but it is crossing the artery, and when it is entering in cubital fossa, its position is becoming medial. ऊपर lateral की तरफ है, अभी क्रॉस होके आई है, उसके बाद medial बन गई, है ना?
Okay.
ऐसा. So that is that clear, beta, with all of you?
Yes, ma'am.
So see, at middle of the arm, okay, opposite to the insertion of coracobrachialis, the nerve is crossing from the lateral to medial side. That means this is the point of insertion of coracobrachialis. Okay, it
Ma'am,
runs.
can you repeat, ma'am?
See here, this red artery is which artery, Ritika? Brachial artery.
Yes, ma'am.
So lateral to brachial artery, we have median nerve. Okay. See, it is crossing now. Brachial artery.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, is
Yes,
it
ma'am.
becoming medial, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
పైన lateral గా ఉండే కింద క్రాస్ చేసి medial కి వచ్చింది. Then
Okay.
now you can see it is running medial only to the brachial artery. Initially it was lateral, beta. It is crossing the artery and now it is becoming medial. That's what is written here. Okay. See, at the middle of the arm, opposite, that means at this point, that is the insertion of coracobrachialis, it is changing its course. From lateral side, it has now become medial. It runs along the medial side of brachial artery. Okay, this is the course of median nerve in arm. Okay, after arm, this is cubital fossa. Do you remember I gave you one code in cubital fossa, MBBS?
MBBR.
Very good, MBBR or MBBS. So M is, now you can write the relations very easily. What is M standing for?
Median nerve.
Median nerve. So the most medial component of the cubital fossa is median nerve. So lateral to median nerve, you can write BMBBR, whatever other structures you found. What are the other things we have? Brachial artery, bicipital
Bicipital
aponeurosis,
aponeurosis.
superficial branch of
Superficial
radial
branch.
nerve. isn't it? They are all lying lateral to the artery. Ritika, are you understanding better because you missed few classes?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay, then see here. This is, what is the name of this muscle beta? Pronator teres. Isn't it? It was forming one of the boundaries of cubital fossa. Medial boundary. हाँ, वो दोनों के बीच में humeral head
Ma'am, what's the muscle's name again?
pronator teres beta. Pronator
Oh, yes,
teres.
ma'am. Okay.
Okay, between two heads, this median nerve is going down now. Okay, same thing is written. Nerve is leaving the cubital fossa through a gap between superficial and deep levels of pronator teres. Is that clear? Then it is lying lateral to the ulnar artery, which lies deep to the. That means this, with the help of picture, you will understand better. Now see here. See what is the name? Now which is our? This is our median nerve. Better this one. This one. This whole thing is median nerve. Number one is median nerve. Okay, it is running between the two heads of the pronator teres. Okay, it enters into the flexor compartment between two muscles. What are the muscles which are splitting into four tendons?
FDS.
Flexor digitorum superficialis and flexor see, superficialis is cut here, है ना? And this is flexor digitorum profundus. That means it is sandwiched between two muscles. Suppose this is the nerve, it is sandwiched between two muscles. Okay, the upper muscle is superficialis and lower muscle is profundus. दोनों के बीच में जा रही. ठीक है? Okay, it is running between the flexor digitorum superficialis and flexor digitorum profundus. Okay, so I told you it is called as laborer's nerve.